Hi guys, we're going to talk about area of a triangle. This might be review for some of you, but for some it might be new information. It's always good to review. How do we find the area of a rectangle? Of course that is length times width, 8 times 6, 48. Length times width. Now there's a different formula to find the area of a triangle. And it looks like this. It's going to look scary, but I promise to walk you through it. 1/2 base height. Now you'll see that there are no operations here, just like we have the operation multiplication right here. Actually, when there's no operation listed, that does mean multiplication. So we could even rewrite this formula as 1/2 times base times height. It's the same thing. So for our first triangle, let's just do one that looks like this. There's a lot of numbers here, but you don't actually need them all. All you need is the base and the height. So we're going to rewrite our formula. 1/2 times, we're looking at our triangle. The base or the bottom of our triangle is a 6 times the height of our triangle. Now some of you might think that it's 7, but actually the height is the length that goes from the base all the way to the peak of the triangle. So in this case, that is 5. I'm going to do the 6 times 5 first because that's easy for me. Times the 1/2 is 30 over 2. And then 30 divided by 2, you can work it out with long division, but I just happen to know that 30 divided by 2 is 15. All right, let's do a couple more examples, substituting some numbers in for base and height. So I'm going to erase my work. New triangle. This time I'm going to do a right triangle. I know it's a right triangle because it tells me here in the corner I've got a 90-degree angle. You can usually tell. Let me put some measurements on here. Okay. In this case, we still have 1/2 times the base, still bottom of the triangle, which is 3, times the height, which in this case is 5. And you might think, well, wait, where was that dotted line for the measurement of the height? But on a right triangle, we do have a line that goes straight from the base all the way to the peak. It just so happens to be that it's also the side of the triangle. So we use the 5. And again, I'm going to do the 3 times 5 first. That gives me 15 times 1/2, 15 over 2. In this case, I will do the long division. Oh, maybe I should get it right though. So our answer is now 7 1/2. All right, we're going to try one more triangle. This one's going to be a little bit different. Our dotted line for our height will be on the outside rather than on the inside of the triangle. So here's a scalene triangle. Let me erase this up here too. In this case, our dotted line for our height is going to be on the outside. There's a 3, maybe this is a 6, this is a 9, let's say this one's a 4 right here. Hopefully you can see the numbers. I wrote kind of tiny on that one. So 1/2 times the base, the bottom of the triangle, which is 6, times the height. And in this case, we're going to use that 3. The dotted line tells us how far it is from the base to the peak of the triangle. 6 times 3 is 18, times that 1/2 still. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. Hopefully this helps you. If you need to ask a question, you know how to get in touch with your teacher. Watch it again if you need to. Talk with mom and dad about it. See you soon.